UG6 here. Hey, today I'm recording a podcast over my thoughts of Kingdom Hearts Reconnect with a friend, so enjoy. So, what are you looking forward to most in Kingdom Hearts Reconnect?
Looking forward to Sora and his new abilities.
Huh? So, in the next in Reconnect, what do you think the gameplay is going to be like? Do you think it's going to be a mix in between the flow motion
I think it's just
and
gonna
the
be the
reaction
reaction
commands? Or
commands like Kingdom Hearts 2.
so you think they're going to drop flow motion altogether? Because Tetsuya Namura or whatever his name is, he put in a
I
lot of
think
work with
uh, I
those.
think he's gonna drop it just to keep it like it was, cause well he put in a lot of work, but I think that's he put in that work just for it to be on only handheld systems.
Yeah, that is true. And Kingdom Hearts 3D, it wasn't a flop, but I don't know if I can call it. I guess it is important because it kind of bridged us from it. Well, it served as a bridge from all these spin-offs to an actual console game that we haven't
How
had
many
in
years has it been?
a really long time. Well, let's see. Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, was it
Yeah,
'04 or '06?
10
We're coming up
years
to
for a
10 years.
console game.
Yeah, next year would make 10 years that we got a console game, which is ridiculous because Square Enix has used up all their money on making these new titles, but their income is received because the Kingdom Hearts population. People just think that the spin-off games have something to do with the story mode, but I bet Tetsuya Nomura didn't have all of this planned, but he somehow merged it what it what it was.
I
I mean, what are
mean,
your thoughts on the
they
spin-off
weren't the
games?
greatest to me, but they at least they kept you wondering about Kingdom Hearts, and just he didn't just leave us in the dark and just like, all right, and they come out with the game like 15 years later on the console.
Yeah, but with the fan base he's made, I highly doubt that he would have with the fan base the way that it is. I doubt that he would leave us the way he was because Kingdom Hearts 2 sold well and Kingdom Hearts 1 did so well, even though the Kingdom Hearts 1 did so well. Actually, I don't even know what I'm saying, but yeah. So I mean, the spin-off games personally, there were like he decided to put in more effort on some spin-off games than
Yeah, I
some
did.
others. For example, did you play Birth by Sleep? Yeah, that game was so well put together, and he tied it in. He tied it in because he added background information on Xehanort, Ven's body, Sora, and how overall he's connected to everybody. But my major gripe on that was, the major thing I had against that game was it seemed like Terra didn't have much to do with Sora, but he's still connected.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
he doesn't seem to like have anything to do with the gang, but I mean he is one of dang, not Rox's. He's one of Ventus's friends.
Yeah, yeah, but I don't know if that's enough but I guess that makes sense because if those two are connected, and then you put in Aqua, and we don't even know if you, if no one else has realized this, Kingdom Hearts wise, we've had no closure on Aqua. She's just been in the realm of darkness where the time is different and all that.
Right,
We
but I mean,
don't know
we
what
we
happened
don't
to
have
her.
true closure on Ventus either. All we know that he was the castle of where yeah, and
Well,
then
he
he
was the
get turned
X-Blade,
into
remember?
the castle that was
So
later that was used in Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, the Castle of Memories, right?
Castle Oblivion. No, it's called Castle Oblivion, but
Yeah, I
no,
played them all.
did you play Birth by Sleep Final Mix? Yeah, so with the Final Mix, they turned the what was the very first land that you went to again? Land of Departure. They turned that into a completely separate, and Aqua unlocked that because remember the
Yeah,
flashback that Aqua had with Master Ericus, how when you have like all the power, you can basically
yeah.
change and reform the area in pure light. Remember that? Yeah, and then she did that, but she left Ven's body in Castle Oblivion, which was originally just a straight light, but later the organization took it over. But overall, on that, I don't know. We really don't have any closure on Ven's body. I mean, we don't know what Organization 13 did when they got into the Castle Oblivion because when they got there, we didn't
We
know anything about
didn't know Ventus at
Ven's
all.
body or
We
what
didn't
they
know when
did
we
with it.
first got to Castle Oblivion. We didn't know anything
Huh?
about Ventus.
We didn't. It was just typical Sora looking for his friends, but Naminé. Well, the thing about Chain Memories was the first time Tetsuya Nomura did it, he did it so badly, and the game was executed so quote unquote poorly that by the time Kingdom Hearts 2 came around, he realized that be nobody would actually play that game because I'm not sure if some of us weren't like intellectually smart enough. Because I remember playing Chain of Memories. It was one of my first Game Boy Advance games, and I hated it. The cards were too in depth, and I didn't know what to do. It was the battle system was really overwhelming. So I think it was smart how he added all the remember the flashbacks to Kingdom Hearts
They
2?
he made it so the people who didn't play Chain of Memories or Rechain of Memories could actually know about it.
That was smart on his part, but what they poorly well what Tetsuya Nomura poorly did was he didn't exactly explain he didn't explain Riku's ending at all. We knew that no, actually no, we didn't know that Riku absorbed Ansem. Were, were you
Not
aware
at
of that
all.
when you were playing Kingdom Hearts 2 that Riku absorbed Ansem? Yeah, yeah, that was so poorly told. So he needs to, in order for Reconnect to play well, and given that all of us have played the major games of Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, Birth by Sleep, filler game.
Yes,
Do you
I
consider
think it was just a
358 over
crowd
2 days a
pleaser.
filler game?
You got to do something that you never got to do before. You're like, oh yeah, I get to play as all these organization members. Like,
Yeah, I mean, literally the only if you don't recall, the only important part of that was probably the end. No, but honestly, because that's what tied into Kingdom Hearts 2. Like chronologically, the games probably went Kingdom Hearts, Birth by Sleep, 1, Chain of Memories, and 358 over 2 days were going on at the same time. I'm not gonna count.
uh,
Does Recoded have anything to do with the game
no,
overall? I mean,
no.
did you think it
I
fixed
think
any
the
of the
best
story
pothole
plot holes?
filler had to be Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. Yeah, it's
I
because
didn't
in the
really. You
archives
think
of
that
the
had
game
what
it
did that
tells the
fix?
whole story.
That's true. It tells the whole story, but that's the reading is really overwhelming if you don't remember. Like if you go to Jiminy's diary and you just straight up read it, it's actually pretty ridiculous. But I mean, it's a
It's
way for
just
people
like
to jump into the
when
game.
Sora. Well, no,
And
it's not. Never mind. I think
wait, what are you talking about? Yeah, so overall, I guess the point that we're trying to make is in order for Reconnect to be a successful game on the level of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, they need to fix. They need to fix two things. They need to fix the plot holes because up to today, people have these crazy theories about why Ven and Roxas look so alike. Because apparently
No, that
Roxas took
how is
Ven's
that
body.
impossible?
Yeah, I, it really is. But if you think about it, how Ven is part of Sora's heart, and if they're
Yeah,
the same, then they can take each other's. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, and since they're like the same art, I mean, Kingdom Hearts is like he's pulled so much BS out of his ass. You don't even know if it's like proof anymore. And honestly, I think Sora has half a heart. I don't think he has his heart because you remember in the first game when
yeah,
he became a Heartless and you played as a Heartless for like 2 minutes. Yeah, and then Kaori decided to hug you and
yeah.
apparently turned into that person. Doesn't
That's
that
why in
mean
Kingdom
Sora's a
Hearts 2 they
nobody?
made the anti form.
Yeah, but at the same time, the ant. Wait, wait. What do you mean made the anti form? I mean, I remember playing.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the dry form?
Oh, it's because
I thought
of.
that was just like a bug in the
Oh
game.
yeah, I not have to get in here for that. All right.
Was he recording? No.
It was. Wait, it was because of. So, oh, so overall, after discussing this, what are you looking
I'm
forward to
just to
most on
feel like
Reconnect?
to actually get some closure on everything.
Yeah, that'd be nice because because Namra still has to explain why Roxas and Ven look so alike, why and how, and he should go back and explain because Sora shouldn't even be a person at this time. He doesn't have a heart. Like you can't magically bring a heart back, and technically, he should have two nobodies because if Ven was also part of his heart, then wouldn't Ven have a
Uh,
nobody and Sora have a nobody and a heartless, and Sora should also have another heartless that's not him, too.
make,
I mean, there are all
make it
these
filled
plot
up in the
holes
game.
that
Isn't it
really
coming out in like
confuse
2016?
the. I mean, well, you know that this year they're dropping the HD collection, right? Like Kingdom Hearts 1.5, it has one Chain of Memories in HD. No one's gonna play that. They have one in HD, Chain of Memories in HD. I think they fixed some buttons, and they have HD scenes of 358 over 2 days. And another thing that confused me was, do you remember in 358 over 2 days when Xion, or I don't know how to say her name,
Yeah.
Xion, remember when she took the form of Ventus?
Uh, I just
Yeah,
I
did
just
that
thought it
confuse
was
you at
kind of.
all?
I didn't take it as anything towards the story. I just thought it was like something cool that she did.
But at the same time, like it makes a little bit of sense because she's also part of Sora, and he has so many memories and ties that one person, Roxas, couldn't handle
It's an
all that. So,
organization member.
but yeah, so overall, I think that Reconnect should I think it should further enhance the battle system because people were not happy with the reaction commands because they found that too easy. Now, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, it wasn't a bad game. The flow, and you couldn't really spam the flow motion because it didn't do that much damage,
The,
but it
the
was kind
thing
of
I
there for
hope
fun.
about Kingdom Hearts Reconnect is that
So
it actually does what the title states, where it reconnects us to the entire game and we actually
yeah,
learn what
yeah,
is going on. Because I mean, if right now everything is just out there, and I mean, like, and look how many games are out. Like 5 or 6 are out, and basically all the information about the game is just up in the air.
I mean, you make a valid point because for all we could know, I hate to say this, but this could be a filler game. This could be a filler. We know nothing about it. Think about it. It could be a filler. We don't know anything about this game. I doubt he started working on it because he's working on the HD collection.
But one, I just hope it actually like. And do you know what is this gonna be like on a handheld or on an actual console?
It'll probably be on one of the next gen consoles, but Tetsuya Nomura stated in a press conference about Kingdom Hearts that it's about time Kingdom Hearts returns to the console, but we don't know what that means, honestly, because he's full of surprises. Because the Kingdom Hearts story would not have come
Yeah.
this far
The
unless we've
thing
had
I just
all these
thought
surprises, you know?
it Kingdom Hearts would have been a lot better game if they just stayed with the console, like, and they didn't go to handheld.
Hey.
So some handhelds were actually like there is a very small percent of handhelds that I like. For example, now that I'm older, I played Chain of Memories about 2 years ago. I played the Chain of Memories and Chain of Memories. I mean, they're honestly, once you get the hang of it, it's fun, but it's so much repetition because you're just stacking your cards and there's no I don't want to say skill, but once you get a good deck together, you don't have to worry about anything else. You can literally go through that whole game with with the default amount of HP and not die because you have a superior deck. I don't know what this was going for, but a lot of people hated it because they didn't want to put that deck together, and it was really time consuming. And but if you think about it, that's the closest thing we've had to an RPG, Kingdom Hearts wise. So I guess what I'm trying to say is he should is that Chain of Memories was meh. Recoded was
Yeah, I do.
Recoded was just, you know what Recoded is, right? That was just to make money. That game, we all know that game was
Hey,
just to
maybe
make
he
money,
needs
right?
some. Maybe he needed some money for production.
Probably, and he's probably using it on like Final Fantasy Versus 13, which we'll see around 2030. But hey, remember they dropped the trailer for that game like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Did you see that Versus 13? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Anyways, let's finish this up. So so Reconnect should have Reconnect should have a new gameplay mechanic, one that doesn't revolve, one that doesn't revolve all around reaction commands, but it should also have a good story mode because the reaction commands it's in your thought. It made the game much more cinematic, but it took a bunch of the skill levels out. Take out fucking Agrabah. Take
Agrabah.
out fucking take out. Take out the Little Mermaid. That was off. The Little Mermaid in the good game was in the first game wasn't that bad, but if I have to go to fucking Agrabah again or do another fucking musical just to get like Magnega,
I
it's
mean,
not worth
it's
it.
actually not. Now that I think about it, adding adding that part to the game, it helps you a
'Cause-
lot. But why can't we just gain it by leveling or like beating a world?
That's absolutely fun.
Yeah, it,
And they
it
should
was
make a
really
story
ridiculous.
about
But yeah,
Jimmy's.
so
And I like the aspect of secret bosses like Sephiroth and what was another secret boss?
the Kingdom Hearts 2 secret bosses. Well, we're talking about Tour Final Mix because Birth by Sleep that game was legendary for bosses. It had young Xemnas. It had some Mirage Arena
Yeah,
stuff.
but
You remember that? Yeah, that was fun. Mirage Arena was new for Kingdom Hearts, and I hope that they go down the multiplayer path. Not in co-op, but like so you can play with each other. Okay, so let's wrap this up because it's almost 20 minutes. So, so in three simple words, I want them to fix the plot hole, new gameplay mechanics, and I want them to finish up the Xehanort saga because we've been in this saga for 13 years because this game came out in 2001. Oh wait, 12 years. So, so
I want
wait, so what are your three things that you
I
want to see
don't want
fixed?
anything fixed. I just want it to go back to what it was. Like I mean, I want them to actually, yeah, I do. I want them to fix up the story. They could add a little twist to it. So like, yeah, I might maybe I want to play Kingdom Hearts with my friend. Have somebody have a party member jump in. Maybe my friend could play as Donald or something. And I like the
Donald's a
idea of
bitch.
them actually
Donald's a
keeping the
bitch.
Mirage Arena. Yeah,
So you'd want to see Mirage Arena come back and reconnect, and would you want it to be multiplayer as in co-op or multiplayer as in like all over the PSN?
it
Because
probably is.
I
They'll
think
make
it's
more
gonna come
money
out on
that way. So
Xbox
yeah,
too.
gonna go with everybody else's choice.
So probably, I mean, that's what the Storm series did too. Okay, that basically wraps up my video. Like, subscribe, comment only if you enjoy the video, and I'll upload again tomorrow. UG6 signing out.